Hey everybody, this is Jim at SP500chart.com. It's 4:10 on May 6, 2014. Before we take a look at the chart, I need to remind you that the website and this video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in the video is intended to be used as investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research and make investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. I am not a licensed financial professional. I'm just a guy who draws lines on charts. So let's take a look. Okay, if I can characterize this chart right now, it's a mess. Very little seems to be working reliably, and here we are again, under 1884 but above 1840, and we broke this little line today, and that's not good. Is it super critical? Yeah, I don't know. Honest to goodness, this has been a really trying stretch. If we look at it, we can see that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and now 9.5 weeks, we have spent. Well, hold on. Let's go back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.5 weeks we have spent in this range, and we see something that makes it look like we're going to get out of it, and then we don't. Then we see something that makes it look like we're going to break down underneath it, and then we don't. And then we see something that looks like we're going to break out of the top of it, and we don't. Then we do get over the top of it for a little bit. Forget it. We're giving that back. Then we get underneath it, and then we recapture it. So, let's take a step back and see if there's anything that we can glean from this chart that gives us any indication of where we may be going next. And I think it's probably the obvious answer. We're going back to 1840 to 1850. When we broke this line right here, the only trend line that I could see that may or may not even be worth mentioning is right here. And if we get down to this line, it's going to be this week, and it's going to be between 1840 and 1850. And that's, I hate that. I really do. I thought we could maybe get up over that level with that close we had yesterday. It looked like we came up and we made a little flag pattern there that looked like maybe we're ready to bust up out of this. But nope, not going to happen today. So guys, I know you're probably like me, just kind of going, what the heck is going on here? When are we going to see the end to this? When are we going to either go up or go down, instead of sitting effectively on a fence for more than 2 months? Hey, I'm weary of it. I know you are too. So we're right back where we've been for so much of this time, where all I say is the same thing over and over again. A move over 1900 with a close over 1900. I think we're good for the mid to the mid-high 1950s. And if we start taking out our support down here, then we could very well end up going down to test the very low 1800s, where hopefully, if that were to happen, hopefully we'd be picked up down there and we would hold. But honest to goodness, as I look at this chart, there just isn't that much to go on here that says, well, we may be dealing with, and here's the pattern. There is a possibility that this could be a support line to keep an eye on, but this little low back here is of such minor consequence compared to this one. I don't know how much faith I would put in the importance of that little line. So I'm going to make that very, very light colored gray. If you want to take a look at the 3-minute chart and say, well, is there anything on this chart that we can maybe clue in on? You know, I think we might could pick up these tops, and so far maybe we could pick up these bottoms. And you can see if you want to have a little bit of a bullish slant on this, you could maybe make note of the fact that has a slightly wedge-shaped pattern to it. So let's go ahead and make this a new feature on the chart as something of a wedge-shaped little channel that's taking us from our 1885 high to wherever we might break out. So I don't want to say if, eventually we will. When we break above this top line right here, then that's probably the sign that we're going to come back up and make another obligatory run at 1884. So guys, pardon my cynicism here. I'm getting tired of this. I really am. I know you are too. But I'm still trying to do my job the best I can to make these videos applicable. But for crying out loud, when you have this going on for as long as we have, my job ain't easy. Let's put it that way. Because we know at some point we are going to break out of this range. And each time we come up to 1884, you think, this could be the time. This looks like it. For crying out loud, I thought this was it. I thought we were going to do that today. Not to be. Now we're going to come down in all likelihood and make another pass down to 1840, 1850. And when we get down there, then we have to decide, are we going to bounce and make another run for it to the upside, or are we going to break down? So far, just based upon the slight wedge shape that we've seen so far with today's trading, that slightly favors that we will recover somewhere and we will come back up. And when I say we'll recover somewhere, that we will recover within this range and come back up and make another go for the mid-1880s and hopefully get over it. So guys, I guess you can hear the frustration in my voice. Yeah, if you hear it, it's because it is genuinely there. Let's just be patient, not try to overanalyze this, but knowing a move over 1900 with a close over 1900, then I think we do pretty well with a move to the mid-1900s. In the meantime, if we come down and we start to take out 1840, then I think we're going to head down to at least 1800 or the very low 1800s. So I apologize. I wish I had some better news. I wish we just moved up over this thing and we closed at 1902. Then we'd have had a much more interesting video. But that's just not the case. It is what it is. Here we are once again. The other thing that you might just kind of keep in mind, and I don't think this is super critical, but you can see we came down to about the same level today that we bounced at yesterday. So maybe we get a little support there tomorrow. And again, I'm going to make that a very light colored line because I don't think either one of these are incredibly important, to be honest with you. So guys, thanks for watching. Let's hang in there for the rest of this week. See if we get something interesting happen. If not this week, hey, maybe next week. Thanks for watching. Take care.